Right now we are out in the area of Nagano, and this particular shop is absolutely amazing. We're gonna give a bit of a peek. Hopefully the music doesn't completely shut down the video, because the music here is pretty loud. This is a Japanese secondhand store. It has absolutely everything. I think the toys is a really good place to start with, like Ampamon here. Also, like, look at all, it's so many goodies. It is just so many goodies. I'm pretty sure these are swords from Kimetsu no Yaiba. That's pretty awesome in its own. So what we're gonna do today is take a little bit of a tour through the store, check out what the inside of a Japanese secondhand shop is. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna resist getting a fan. I was thinking about it because inside of that van gets kinda hot, and we're gonna be using it for camping over the next couple of days. I will be making a video over on Tokyo Lens, but let's check out this right here. You can get an acoustic guitar for about ichimayen, so about $100, or you can even get one with nylon strings for like $40, about $4,000. One of the things that I really love about Japanese secondhand shops, I guess just secondhand shops in general, is the variety of stuff that they have. Like this area over here, it's got a bunch of customers and I don't want to bother them, but there's a whole bunch of speakers and used electronics and whatnot over there. Maybe we'll be able to loop back toolkits and absolutely lovely announcement voices as well. So if you're missing the sound of Japan, there you go. Chair area over here. One of the things that I love, I wonder if it's still here. Is it? It is. They actually have a didgeridoo here. And more amazingly is the fact that the didgeridoo that they have here is only 15 bucks. Honestly, it just feels like one of those things that I want to get and just have in my house because it's a didgeridoo. But no, I will not. Also, this is actually a pretty good idea. Every time I move into a new place, I end up removing the lights that are in it. And I try to sell them online because I don't want to bring them out to a shop like this. And I have not once been successful, so maybe I should just bring them out to a shop. This right here, we get right into the fun. You get all the old PlayStation 3 games, you get Nintendo DS games. Look at that. Detective Pikachu game. Do you have a particular game or series of games that you're a big fan of? You've got all the Nintendo Switch games over here, PS4 over here, and if you're like my little brother Alexander and you love collecting figures, this is just a huge collection of figures right here. Now, ooh, if you wanted to get a new hair dryer, this is where you're at. Scales, you name it. I don't even think they know. Something tells me they just don't. I've actually never seen one with beauty products. You can get yourself some socks, bed linens. They got it all. Usually they actually have systems as well. Did I miss it? Well, I guess you can get the handheld systems. They're not super cheap. Like, you're still looking at a used Switch Lite being about 18万だから18万じゃない18000円 so it's about $180 $200 somewhere around there. And you know what, this makes a lot of sense. So there's this entire collection here of straw hats, and everybody I've seen in this area is wearing straw hats. I think there's just something about the Nagano area and straw hats. Then you get tons of clothing. This whole back corner here is clothing, including yukata for the summer. I think they have skateboards over here. The luggage section I'm actually moderately impressed with. I've considered coming here to get luggage before because it's moderately priced. Like, you can get a fair size luggage for like 50 bucks. And you know, if you travel a lot, you'll know luggage breaks fairly quickly. There are change rooms, and you've got some exercise gear right here. I don't know if you watched The Office. This is not quite it, but it reminds me of the fitness orb from The Office. And if you've ever wanted to wear a necktie that's been worn by somebody else for an extended period of time, this is your space right here, and all the high quality bags. You're looking at about $25 per skateboard, and they have rollerblades. So this whole space here is fitness gear. Unfortunately, I don't see a single fitness or excuse my touching, but do you remember these? Did you have one of these as a child? I absolutely loved these. We had kind of like a bigger one of the, I think this one's just for balance, but we had like a bigger one for like jumping. You're looking at 550 yen here. Down at that end there's actually some camping gear, and this is where I get some of my like simple, like my chair for camping and whatnot was bought here. What else have we got? If you want to play darts, there you go. I feel like this music is so gonna get this video just shut down. We'll see. That's if the staff don't come up and ask us to stop recording anyway. Japan's become a lot more sensitive with recording inside of shops, so it's one of the reasons why I'm doing what I can to try to avoid getting other customers in. Lots of backpacks here actually. Some nice ones too. This one here is not too bad, but yeah, I won't be surprised if partway through this, if the staff come up and ask me to, I actually really like this backpack, so I'm very distracted by it. If they ask me to set the camera aside, it's always a risk when you do things like this, so we try to do them as carefully as we can. That's another thing, hiking in somebody else's shoes, I can't imagine doing that. Nope. Like there's a whole section here just for, wow, that is a lot of bags. But there is a whole section here just for used shoes. I think the only time that I've even considered getting a pair of used shoes was a pair that hadn't been worn, and they were like the Reebok pumps. Remember those shoes? The ones with the pumps and then you psst, and you let the air out? To this day, that is like the one pair of shoes that I desperately want above all else. This is the camping gear section, and this is actually the section where I got the camping chair that I use. I think I got it for like $3 or something like that. So they've got little tents, they've got tarps, they've got sleeping bags. This as well, pretty cool bag. And since there's a lake right near here, we've got all the fishing gear. I'm avoiding looping around the front just because I'm like, no. But you can even get little, wow, like 300 yen as well. It's like $3 for a cast iron skillet. That is not bad. A small part of me is actually considering getting a cast iron skillet. And hammock, because hammock. I don't really think that needs any additional explanation. Wow. These little dome tents, that's actually not bad either. Like a single person dome tent for about 3,000 yen. It's actually quite good. This one's even 2,000 yen. You can carry it right on your back like that. 19 bucks. 1,900 yen for a little single person dome tent. And then you got all your grill stuff and everything down there. Try and avoid getting the staff in there. And then obviously you got sections like this with purses and wallets, accessories, and all that jazz. I wonder if that spot that we went to near the beginning has cleared up yet. One thing that I actually always enjoy looking at is the glassware section. And it's right under the speaker, why wouldn't it be? I always hope that I can find some kind of like Fire King cup or mug, or even like this. That is a really big French press. I actually am probably gonna come back and buy this after this video. That is a huge French press for like $10. French press is one of my favorite ways to drink coffee. I have like 1,000 favorite ways to drink coffee. Got little wooden bowls and plates and everything like that here. And then more glassware over here. I have a small collection of Fire King cups and mugs that I absolutely cherish. Most of it super soakers. Not actual super soakers, but you know, that I brought from Canada. And look at this. That is awesome. What? Oh, I kind of want it. Oh, am I gonna end up doing shopping after this? I feel like I'm gonna end up doing shopping after this. Got crock pots. These are actually really nice too. Oh, got a Roomba. And honestly, it's a dangerous thing. I don't know about yourself, but it's a dangerous thing for me to walk into a secondhand store, because I end up just being like, I want this, and I want this, and I want this, and I want this, and then all the camera gear. There's rarely any really good camera gear that you can't get somewhere else. And I would say some things are not quite reasonably priced. Like, I'm actually kind of confused by these two Google Homes here. Maybe because this one's been opened. This one's $30, and then this one here is $14. So probably that one's actually opened, used, maybe a little dirty. Whole TV section, monitors, and then to the audio gear over here. And used laptops. Now, I don't know about you, but I personally would probably not go for a used laptop from a secondhand shop for $1,000. It's just, you know, maybe personal preference, but I don't think that I would have a good experience with it. And then if you're into the Mac products, they even have them in there. They have the AirPods Pro in there for $250. The Magic Keyboard for $75. And guitar pedals of all kinds from like $30 to $100. This is actually, you know what, how did I miss this the first time coming through? That is just a completely clear guitar. Is it wrong that I want this? I don't even really play guitar anymore. I have a 12 string at home, but I rarely ever pull it out. This seems like I kind of want that. Also, the Jamaican beat guitar. How does this? Is that a speaker? Does this have built-in? What is going on? I have so many questions about that guitar. If you know anything about it, leave it down below. Get yourself a fridge. I actually want to go back to the toy section because I'm essentially just a giant kid who loves toys. Also, a giant bin of plushies. I don't know if I would buy a plushie at a place like this. Probably not. Stitch is there. Stitch is cool. Every now and then at these toy things you can find something retro or something really cool that you might not be able to find otherwise. Like this here X-Flyer. It looks like a single propeller drone that you just toss up. That just looks like a lot of fun. Totally unnecessary. But I could also be the guy who has an air hockey table. That is not the word at all. Why can't I? Is it air hockey? Why can't I? We'll just say air hockey. I feel like I'm saying the wrong word. I could have one of these at my house. Just put it on the kitchen table. Friends come over, say, hey, want to play some air hockey? I was getting air hockey and foosball mixed up. One thing that I always look for when I come into these is very often in these little areas here, they will have the more retro toys laid out. And roadies. It's been some time since I've seen a roadie. So that, for the most part, is a peek inside of a Japanese secondhand shop. Got umbrellas here. This is one of my favorite ones. There are much bigger, much more interesting ones, but the simple variety that this one has, like this coat, I honestly think that I should be wearing this coat. It says fear of God Is that the brand? Don't know. But that is a $430 coat. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that to be a $430 coat. I find myself gravitating back to the camping supplies because I might grab a little bit of camping supplies for our camping today and come back and get that French press. So excellent. Ooh, little chairs too. And cool. What? Wait a minute. Okay, we're probably grabbing this because this is a little cooler box. That is like really little. I'm guessing that's a water pump there. A little bit of storage space for food there. $5 for a little cooler case. A little. Why can't I remember English? It's just something about me and live streams. As soon as that camera starts rolling, just English goes right out the window. But to have a little cooler box, even these ones aren't bad for like $16. Instead, I usually bring a soft cooler bag, but I think a cooler box that has a built-in jug for keeping the water cool would not be an entirely terrible idea. So for today, we are gonna wrap this one up here. We're gonna go take a look at this Winnie the Pooh clock. I explored an abandoned hotel in Nagano. I'll link it up at the top, whichever side that goes to. And there was a really cute clock in there, and I've since kind of been hoping I'd be able to find one in one of these shops, and I don't know if you saw it, but look at the Totoro clock. That is adorable. Snow Tour, got Beauty and the Beast. See, you get those retro items, they are in here. If you look carefully, you can find them. But we are going to be heading to the campsite pretty soon. That camper van, I'm actually going to make an entire video over on the Tokyo Lens channel just about the camper van. So if you are interested in seeing that, feel free to come on over. And I plan on doing a couple live streams while I'm out here. This trip is basically a test trip for the Tokyo Lens Explorer road trip that we are going to be going on in a couple weeks. So thank you guys so much for joining, and I will see you again real soon. You know what? Fake ending. Let's actually walk out of here. What is this? I don't even know. Do you know? I mean, it's whatever it is, it's only $165. So interesting. I'm just gonna walk outside because I'm gonna be coming back to get the French press and the camping stuff, because camping. Giant flashlights as well. I should definitely get some giant flashlights. Like honestly, if I went through and looked at all the items that I'm genuinely interested in detail, we would be here absolutely forever. Ooh, you can get a full-size Google Home. Okay, Norm, stop. Also, on the good news, while I was recording this, the staff looked over at me, smiled, and nodded. So it looks like we're okay. Again, just trying to avoid getting people in here. But let's head out. The weather out there does not look good. Has it started raining? I feel like it started raining. That's the huge benefit, though, to one of these little camper car things, is that even if it's raining out, I don't have to worry about drying out a tent and everything like that. This particular shop, in case you didn't catch it at the beginning, is called Second Street. This is a fun little adventure. I am searching my pockets for the keys and just cannot find them. There we go. I found the key. And there we go. So thank you guys so much for joining. I have tons of drone stuff. This entire thing, this is just drone stuff. That's not garbage, that's firewood. I look forward to giving you guys a full tour of the van. This thing is chopped full, and I mean chock full of crazy little surprises that I never expected. So look forward to that video, and I will see you guys again real soon. Okay, admittedly that was also a fake ending. I just wanted to show this sign every single time I see this sign of this little turtle taking care or giving massages to this rabbit, I don't know why. I love this. I love this. It's like taking the tortoise and the hare and being like, you know what? It all worked out in the end. They're friends. No hard feelings. You know, look at that. What a gracious winner that turtle is. And by far, probably one of the cutest smiles I've ever seen on a turtle. So, okay, now it's done for real. I'll see you guys again real soon. I know you don't believe me, but we're actually going to end it here. Okay, bye-bye.